Hello, my name is Oliver. I'm the executive chef with Food and Dining. So I'm going to just show you how to make a chicken scaloppini. Now that we have the breast, we don't really need the skin for this recipe, so we can usually just pull it right off. If you need a hand, you can always use your knife, but it usually comes off pretty easy. On the back, some chicken will have the fillet still on it. We can pull that off either for another recipe or we can flatten it down as a little scaloppini. And then basically you just want to cut through this into two pieces. If your breast is very big, you can probably do 3 scaloppini out of it. So there are 2. You can flatten this down with a hammer, the back of a pan, or even the back of your knife. And just flatten it out like that. This one too, we can flatten it out a little bit. So there are 2 scaloppini. And with this, we can do maybe 4 or 6 for our recipe. There are 2 more. Again, we take off the fillet. And there we go. And now with this, we're going to salt and pepper, and we'll bread them. We'll just flour them lightly. We'll cook them in olive oil in a frying pan, not all the way through, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so a little salt and pepper. And then, like I said, we'll just lightly flour these. It helps hold the sauce on. At the same time, it thickens the sauce a little bit. So you have more flavor in the chicken once it's cooked with a little bit of flour on it, like this. Okay, so a little olive oil, the pan's very hot. And then we're just going to lightly brown these. We don't want to cook them all the way through. We're going to still stick them in the oven. And what's nice about this recipe is you can make this a few days ahead of time with no problem. Just leave it in the fridge, and then when you're ready to serve it, you just stick it in the oven. Okay, then we just have a little bit of tomato sauce. We can always add a little bit of the chicken stock if we want, or even a little bit of red or white wine into it. And we're going to lightly cream this sauce. And since this is hot and the chicken is still warm, just coming out of the grill, it's only going to take about 15 minutes in the oven. Just cover the chicken like this. Like I said, about 15 minutes. If it's cold and it's been in your fridge beforehand, you made it the day before, you're going to want to go about 45 minutes, but you're going to see it boiling, and not just on the edge, but more to the middle of the pan as well. Chicken just came out of the oven. If we want a little bit of basil, we can put a little bit on top. Finely chopped or thick chopped, it doesn't really matter. But then I would say the most important ingredient, and depending also what you're serving it with, a little Parmesan. And this would go fantastic with some pasta, couscous, or even rice. So here you go, chicken scaloppini. I hope you enjoy the food.